So now let's talk a little bit about exponents and combining exponents. Or their properties. So if we had, let's say 9 to the 4th times 9 to the 4th, we can actually combine these because their bases are the same. The exponents don't have to be the same, but as long as their bases are the same, then we can combine them. When they're being multiplied together like this, that's the same thing as saying 9 to the 4 plus 4. So you just add these exponents together. If we were to use variables to do that, we could do x squared times x to the 5th, and that's going to be equal to x to the 2 plus 5, which is equal to x to the 7th. So that would be the simplified version. So again, if you're multiplying your exponent, you just add them together. Again, your bases have to be the same number. All right, so if we had exponents being divided, then it's just going to be the opposite of what we did above. So here we had multiplication and we added. Here we have division, so we're going to subtract. And you always subtract your top exponent minus your bottom exponent. So top minus bottom. So that's going to be x squared is what that's equal to. And the reason that works out that way is because x to the 6th is x times x times x times x times x times x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then x times x times x times x. Again, you can cross off any pairs and you're left with x squared on top. So again, either way you look at it is fine. This way is a little bit faster though if you can just recognize, subtract your top from your bottom. Now, if you had something where that was reversed, you got x to the 4th over x to the 6th. So again, you do x top minus bottom, so 4 minus 6. We left with x to the negative 2. So what does this negative mean? All it means is that you're going to flip this term here and put it on the bottom of your fraction. So you're going to be left with 1 over x squared. Now it's positive, it's on the bottom, it's okay. So if you had, for example, 3 over x cubed, that's the same thing as saying 3 times x to the negative 3rd power. Right? And so since it's negative, you could flip that to the bottom. So we left with 3 on top and then x cubed, which is what we started with there. So if you had 4 over x to the negative 2 power, that's going to be equal to 4. Bring this to the other side of the fraction, so x squared. And again, if you've got positive or negative in your operations, it's okay. It's going to work out as long as you keep track of your signs. So if you had x to the 6th all over x to the negative 2, so that's going to be x top minus the bottom, so minus a negative 2, which ends up being a positive, so that's x to the 8th. So those are just some basic rules as far as exponents go. Another important one that you might come across is if you have, let's say you have x squared, and that's being raised to the 4th power. then you take your exponents and you multiply them together. So 2 times 4 is going to be x to the 8th power. And so that's what you need to know about exponents. Again, just another reminder, I've went over this before, but anything to the 0 power is equal to 1. If you have any questions about this, head over to our tutoring page, and I can sit down and go through it a little bit more thoroughly with you.